Let's dive into the intriguing realm of personality and unravel the threads that weave together to form the fabric of who we are. Have you ever paused to consider the force behind your every action and the invisible compass that guides your behavior? Whether you're commanding the spotlight or orchestrating strategies like an ENTJ, personalities are a kaleidoscope of human experience, and today, we're on a quest to discern its true essence. Personality can be likened to a mosaic, a blend of enduring traits and characteristics that bring consistency and flavor to the tableau of our behavior. Zoom in on the concept of traits, the linchpins of personality psychology. These are the distinct markers, like the brushstrokes of respectfulness or genuineness, that differentiate us in the social tapestry. It's important to grasp that these traits don't handcuff us to a certain type of behavior. Yes, being respectful may nudge you to act courteously, but it's no puppeteer. You're the master of your actions, regardless of the bad days or nerves that might occasionally sweep you off character. That's why the measurement of traits often scales along a continuum, allowing for the ebb and flow of human expression. Next, consider psychological mechanisms, the engines of our personalities. Comparable to traits but more so the machinery beneath, these processes include inputs, like standing before perils, decision rules molded by traits, and outputs, such as bravery commanding you to stand tall in the face of danger, or perhaps the urge to retreat. Now, every good machine operates at varying gears, much like there are 3 tiers at which personality thrives. First, the human race shares universal traits that bind us. Think Maslow's hierarchy, belonging, or the reflexive twinge from a tap on the nose. Then, we have the shared group identities like introverts, go-getters, or those who cringe at paper cuts. And at the most unique level, we find our idiosyncrasies, the touch of quirky talents and emotional imprints that no one else possesses. These complexities not just carve our social niches but also prime us for behavioral predictions, a cornerstone of psychology's predictive mind. Let's probe into personality's origins. Could it be that traits trickle down through our lineage? Or does the environment's chisel sculpt our personality contours? Are traits like familial heirlooms, environmental imprints, biological markers, and cultural currents meld to create the enigma that is you? Amid the spectrum of theories from trait to psychoanalytic, we learn that even positive traits have their shadows. The world may laud respectfulness, but what if skepticism towards authority regards it differently? This dance of reward and reprimand for the same traits in various contexts fuels the engine of personality psychology. But why the fascination with breakpoints and behavior charts? Imagine if we could intercept harmful trajectories or forecast entrepreneurial flair? If science could map out a sociopath in the making, could we redirect fate itself? This is the allure that beckons psychologists into personality's labyrinthine corridors. Personality informs artificial intelligence too. AI assists in sifting through the colossal databanks of human traits and predicting the future. It points out how, say, conscientiousness might forecast academic triumphs or neuroticism hint at mental health storms. Fast forward to personality analysis' crown jewel, the Big Five: openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Seize these as your compass points along your self-discovery voyage. Place yourself not as an absolute introvert or extrovert, but rather on the sliding scale between the two. It's about calibration, not a label. One mustn't overlook the dynamism of our persona. It allows for adaptation, even transformation. Flex those personality muscles, extend your range, and fine-tune your chameleon potential. As we march through this fascinating series, anticipate deep dives into the realms of trait theory, behavioral patterns, the humanistic approach, biological factors, and the infamous Freudian labyrinth. While chasing down the all-encompassing theory of personality is like blind men describing an elephant by touch, we do possess the building blocks, the theories that hint at a grander, cohesive picture. Envision the possibilities as we charter this breathtaking territory, demystifying constructs like self-esteem, trust, leadership. Where will your essence take you? Are our futures pre-written, or do we hold the pen that inks our story? Embrace the intriguing spectacle of personality, encapsulating humanity's multitudes and enigmas. And remember, if you've relished this exploration into the human psyche's realm, resonate that feeling and chime in. Engage, subscribe, be part of this journey as we uncover the potency of your narrative, potentially altering the destined paths we tread. As dusk sets on our discourse, if the insights we've unraveled resonate with your curiosity, show your support that mirrors the value you've gleaned. For those keen on delving deeper or taking a closer look at their personality matrix, fear not. Helpful resources are but a click away. And so, fellow seekers of wisdom and self-discovery, reflect upon what today's revelations hold for you. What threads will you weave into your life's tapestry, and which traits will you nurture, refine, or perhaps recalibrate? Lead with your newfound insights and craft a portrait of yourself that's ever more nuanced and masterful. Greetings, gentlemen. Imagine if the walls that confine us aren't just the physical barriers of drywall and timber, but also the mental partitions we've constructed within our minds. It's time to explore how the concept of psychological space has a profound impact on reducing stress and amplifying productivity. Psychological space, contrary to our traditional understanding, is not merely a spatial concept. It's a rich terrain with its own nuances. John Elliott, a forerunner in this field, notes that despite numerous theories, there's no concrete agreement on what psychological space truly embodies. It's akin to attempting to distinguish flecks of mica amidst grains of sand present, undeniable, yet inherently elusive. Now, let's delve further to the types of psychological space, notably outlined by John Wellwood into three categories: oriented, feeling, and open space. Understanding these subdivisions is instrumental to harnessing the extraordinary power psychological space has over our daily lives. Consider oriented space, perhaps the most tangible type of psychological space. It's the calculation of our physical presence in relation to the world around us. This is the rudimentary level at which our brain processes our proximity to everyday objects and landmarks. Moving on to feeling space, which delves deeper into our emotions. Think of those days when the world feels heavy on your shoulders. Psychologically, the expansive freedom of an open environment can have a therapeutic effect on our mood. This subjective feeling of space can influence our well-being and our productivity. The correlation between a decluttered workspace and increased creativity is actually rooted in the principles of feeling space. A clear room tends to reflect a clear mind. The final dimension is open space, which encompasses both oriented and feeling space, while simultaneously permitting us to experience both. Borrowed from Buddhist philosophy, empty mind encapsulates this idea of openness. Envision a state of being unchained from clutter or ego, truly in the moment and appreciative of the world's entirety and beauty. That's open space. Understanding and utilizing psychological space can reshape how we perceive ourselves within both our physical and mental worlds. It enlightens us about the interconnectedness of environment and psyche. A cluttered desk might not just indicate untidiness but could reflect an overwhelmed mind. Conversely, an orderly space can foster clarity and focus. Embrace the journey toward the headspace where you aspire to be. It's not an instantaneous transition but rather a paced endeavor that could involve mindful practices like meditation, or as simple as reorganizing your physical surroundings. In summary, the transcendent idea of psychological space can be a potent tool. By recognizing and molding our psychological space, we create an environment conducive to personal growth, enhanced mental clarity, and improved productivity. And gents, it's all about lifelong learning and growth. If you found the concept intriguing and feel determined to elevate your mental and environmental optimization, consider what steps you'll take next. Before you move along to your next great adventure, remember to subscribe, hit that like button, and ring the bell. By doing so, you're not just supporting this channel, but you're locking in your commitment to self-improvement and securing those benefits we've just uncovered together. And if you're someone who truly found value in this exploration of psychological space, perhaps you wish to leave a tip commensurate with the insight gained. The link is right there in the description, for those who wish to express their appreciation. Thank you, each of you, for dedicating your time and mental energy with me today. What strides will you make in your life with this new knowledge of psychological space? Share your action plan in the comments, and until next time, stay strong, stay clear, and thrive on.